All right, welcome back everybody. Back with another quick little news of the day video here for you guys, keeping you guys up to date on all the roster shuffling news that has been taking place all across the DPC throughout the past 24 hours or so. As per usual, if you've noticed that I've missed anything in this video or in either video that I've posted before this one, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Try to provide a source or make sure that it is something that is confirmed, because I only am going to be directly reporting on things that have been confirmed. I think at the end of this video, I'll probably touch on a few rumors that have been going about here and there. But again, those are just rumors, and I will be making sure to address that, and of course not going too in depth with it. Of course, if as per usual, if you want to check out any of these stories that I talked about in this video, feel free to check out all of them linked down below, as well as a link to our Discord. And if you don't want to miss any more updates regarding all the roster shuffling going on, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and like and share the video if you do enjoy the content. All right, let's kick things off with Southeast Asia, which is starting to shake up a little bit more as well. And funny enough, it is more news regarding Boom Esports, an org that of course had a pretty fantastic year this past year, a roster that really came together and was one of the more dominant teams from the region. Faltered a little bit at TI, but overall still a fantastic season. And now, yet again, we have two more players who are coming out and actively searching for new teams, exploring other options. Yesterday, it was Tim's coming out and saying it. Now it is Yopaj and Skem. We know that the contracts for these players have expired. They are technically all free agents at this point. Boom Esports as an organization has mentioned that they would like to hold on to this roster if possible. If these players want to come back, they're more than welcome. And it looks like these players are just trying to test the waters and see what other options are out there, which is a little surprising. Again, they had a pretty fantastic year. It maybe didn't end off all that well. Maybe that's part of the reason why they're starting to want to explore other options. But overall, yeah, more players leaving Boom. We'll see if they actually end up leaving for good or if they just want to see what offers are out there. But regardless, Boom, probably a little bit anxious right now, trying to make sure that they don't lose too much of this roster that looked fantastic over the past year. And while we're on the topic of SEA, I might as well jump to our last story here. It's a pretty small one. We have Gabbi, who is also entering the free agent pool. He is going to be actively looking for a new team as well. I know I have T1 next to his name. He's not on T1 currently. Of course, he didn't play for T1 during the last chance qualifiers, but it's the last team that he played for heading into this post-TI roster shuffling period. So thought I should mention that. Gabbi, definitely a player that's going to be receiving some offers. It's just going to be a matter of figuring out where he ends up, which could be pretty exciting, especially with, again, all of these big name players entering the free agent pool in that region. Moving now over to Western Europe, we have some pretty interesting stories here. Very similarly to a lot of other organizations that are releasing their roster, we have Into the Breach, who their roster has expired on their contracts, meaning that the entire roster is free. Into the Breach has openly stated that they are hoping that the team will come back to them, that they'll re-sign with the organization. However, it's looking like that's not going to happen because the roster itself is actually currently pursuing a new organization to host them. The entire roster is still sticking together. It's going to be consisting of all the same members, including the coach. They're just looking for a new organization to host them heading into Western Europe's upper division. Yes, they finished second place in the last tour of the lower division of Western Europe in the previous season, which means they're heading for the upper division. We'll see if an org will take that and see that as possible potential for them to make a lot of money with this team. They're in an upper division, possibly at majors, or if this is seen as a risk. We know how competitive the upper division in Western Europe can be. Will Into the Breach be one of those teams that surprises everyone right out of the gate, like Gaming Gladiators last year? Or will they be a team that just kind of flounders somewhere in the middle between upper and lower division, constantly going up and down, like Brame has been over the past couple of years? So we'll see where things go from there. Again, best of luck to everyone involved. I know Into the Breach is hoping to sign that roster back. I don't think it's going to happen, but that roster, I'm sure they'll be super excited if they do end up getting signed by an org. So best of luck to them. And next little bit, we have news from Alliance. Not really news in a weird sense, but I did still want to talk about it because we know that Alliance has dropped their roster. They're looking to put together a brand new roster heading into this season. They will be starting off in the lower division because they finished bottom 2 in the previous season in Tour 3. But they've specifically stated out, and this is coming from their CSO posting this on her Twitter, that they're looking for 4+ players, which is a little weird because obviously a roster consists of 5 players. The 4 would would mean that they probably already have someone in mind, but the plus means that they could probably just drop that person. So whatever player seems to already have an in for Alliance probably feels a little bit weird right now, where Alliance could just drop them at any moment. We'll see how that ends up going. Again, Alliance, big org, has been around the scene for a very long time. They're going to support their players very, very well financially and with boot camping and stuff. So we'll see who ends up getting signed there. They'll probably want to get the best roster they can possible. But again, them being in the lower division may be a bit of a deterrent for players looking to join that organization. And last little bit of news here that is concrete that I'll be talking about, and we'll get to some rumors after this. We have some news that Dubu has officially left TSM FTX. Again, fantastic season for these guys. A little bit disappointing at TI, very similarly to Boom, although probably not as dominant as Boom was within their own region. But regardless, Dubu has left, and he's going to be looking for a new team, which means TSM FTX has a new slot to fill. And in North America, it's looking like things are going to be shaking up quite a bit. So maybe they'll end up with a popular position 5 player from the region, one that has had a lot of jumps in the past, one that was actually spotted in the background of a TSM FTX boot camp at one point. Fly. We'll see if he ends up there, but for now, that is where things lie. And it's funny that we actually have this, because we have been having some rumors as well that there is a new NA stack forming consisting of Dubu, MSS, who just left, Sonics, previously known as Quincy Crew, as well as some other players like Yamsun, aka Eves, Leslao, and I forget who the last player is, but regardless, a new NA stack looks like it's going to be forming. I'm not entirely sure which DPC slot they have, if they have one at all. It'll be pretty interesting to see that. I'm assuming that they're going to have one of the upper division slots, but it'll be pretty cool if that ends up happening. Another rumor that's been taking place is that ATF is going to be leaving OG. Apparently he's been getting a lot of offers from other teams wanting him to play either carry or offlane, and supposedly he is going to be picking up one of those offers. We have not heard which offer that is going to be, nor have we received an official statement from either ATF or OG. So as of right now, that is just a rumor, and it should stay as such until it is confirmed, but I thought I would just let you guys know. And the last one that I can think of off the top of my head is that apparently Liquid was talking to Topson recently about maybe him joining Liquid to fill that empty slot that Matamaman left behind. They obviously don't need a mid laner right now, but Mickey has played safe lane, has played numerous roles, pretty much every core role while in his time on Liquid. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pick up a mid laner or an off laner, really anything. But yeah, Topson apparently was one of the candidates. But that's about where things ended. We don't know how serious that inquiry was, and we don't know if he's going to actually end up there. As of right now, Topson is still currently on T1. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you don't want to miss any updates over the next month or so of roster changes, speaking of which, we haven't even gotten a start date, I don't think, for our next season, so this could be a lot longer than just a month. But regardless, if you don't want to miss any of that, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, join the Discord in the description as well. Links to everything I talked about in this video in the description. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.